Live from Scout Studio, it's Things to Talk About.
Good morning, Jacks. Today we've gotten together to talk about things that are related to being respectful. I'm Kiara.
I'm Ayla.
I'm Raphael.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Paige. We've got a lot of things to talk about, so let's get started.
I heard that recently there was an attack in Sri Lanka this Sunday.
Yeah, there was suicide bombings at 3 churches and 4 hotels. Apparently over 290 people died, and more were wounded.
It's really sad to hear about the travesties of other nations. However, Paris and the Eiffel Tower has responded in a respectful manner.
On Easter Sunday, at the minute it struck midnight in Paris, France, the Eiffel Tower was shut off their lights to honor the Sri Lanka attack.
It's so respectful of the people of Paris to shut off one of their most cherished landmarks in order to grieve and support the people of another country.
Well, this isn't the first time the Eiffel Tower has shut off their lights in order to pay tribute to a tragedy that has happened in another nation.
The tower went dark in May of 2017 after an explosion at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, England, which killed 22 people.
The tower also went dark in January of 2015 to honor those whose lives have been taken away in the attack on a satire magazine.
The last occasion that the Eiffel Tower turned off their lights was in November of 2015 in tribute to the terror attacks in 6 different locations in its very own city, Paris.
For more information on this story, go to the CNN website and click on the world setting at the top of your screen.
Purdue travelers, don't miss the important pre-departure meeting tonight at 5 p.m. in room MH4. You will learn about travel documents, what to pack, airport and baggage procedure, safety tips, culture shock, and more. See you there.
Almost every day, the leadership students set up games in the quad for all of us to play.
Let's see some of the fun games students have been playing.
Play games like these? Come on out to the quad.
Now let's go to Asha and Allison for Got a Minute.
Got a minute? Then it's time for some news. A welder in Kentucky made a homemade replica of the throne in Game of Thrones, except his throne is made of aluminum.
A woman carrying a gun and a baby was tackled by police after threatening to blow up a church. San Diego police arrived within 2 minutes of the first call and took the woman into custody. The baby was unharmed.
Bernie Sanders is the new #1 in the 2020 Democrat rankings. He has been running for president for the last 16 years.
Microsoft shares were up nearly 5% in the pre-market trading at $131.15 million, leading to a belief that the company's shares will be worth $1 trillion in the next couple of years.
While Microsoft is making money, Tesla is losing it. Tesla's profit streak is over, big time. The electric car company said Wednesday that it lost $702 million last quarter.
There's 60 seconds of news to keep you informed.
See you the next time you
Got a minute.
The PBIS word for today is responsible. Here's how you can be responsible at the student store window.
Get in the habit of keeping your ID in your backpack. In order to be responsible at the student store windows, bring your ID. must have your ID in order to buy a dance ticket or pay for a field trip.
Today is Tuesday, and you know what that means.
It's time for Trivia Tuesday.
Today's trivia question is, what is the name of Mulan's horse?
If you guessed Khan, you're correct. Good job. Khan is the Fa family's horse and is seen aiding Mulan in the war against the Huns heroically.
On April 26th, both 7th and 8th grade students had food frenzy.
Now let's take a look at what happened during the 7th grade food frenzy.
Next, let's take a look at what happened during the 8th grade food frenzy.
Our school recently held the Dancing Our Way Through the Final Stretch rally. It was insane, and I had a lot of fun.
Didn't the Dynamics Dance Club dance in that rally with our principal?
That's right. It was so cool to see him being involved with our school. So Jenna Gibson decided to do a report about it. Let's take a look.
Recently, our school held a rally to motivate us to make it through the last month of school. The Dynamics Dance Club performed, and they even had our principal jump in.
A couple months ago, they came up to me and asked if I was willing to dance with them at a rally. I told them I had absolutely no experience or skills, and they said that's okay, they would teach me. So I went to 3 practices with them, and they walked me through really slow. They were really patient, and we had a lot of fun with it. You know, I like getting involved with the students on campus. I want to show them that the adults want to have fun too, and set an example for school spirit, and it was fantastic.
Mr. Wood's willingness to participate with the school at this level shows his commitment to his job in our school. Reporting for TJTV, I'm Jenna.
We really do have an incredible principal.
We hope you guys enjoyed the rally as much as we did.
This is Mrs. Cunningham's German Shepherd and Black Lab mix, Cole. He loves to snuggle, go for walks, go to the dog park to play with his friends, and eat. He's a very good boy, except for the one time he ate the Aggie 7 science homework.
This is Miss Neff's cat, Mr. T. She has had him since she was in 7th grade at TJMS. Her favorite thing about him is that he'll let you do anything to him, such as make him wear bow ties on holidays.
And lastly, this is Cameron Taylor's corgi, Rudy. He is such a good dog, and he loves to grab his favorite chew toy and run all around the house.
Thanks again to all of you who entered your videos and pictures into TJTV Interactive. Now let's go to Allison for some important things to know.
Hey Jags, I'm Allison here with this week's Things to Know. The Tigers team will be testing all week. Wish them luck. Starting off on Tuesday, April 30th at 5 p.m. in MH4, there will be a meeting for all of the people going on the Peru trip. Moving on to Wednesday, May 1st, there will be a Dynamics Club meeting from 3 to 4 p.m. in the dance room. Later on at that same day, the incoming 7th grade ice cream social will also be taking place from 6 to 7:15 p.m. Over here on Thursday, May 2nd, there will be another Dynamics Club meeting from 3 to 4 p.m. in the dance room. That's all for this week. I'm Allison, and I'll see you next week for more Things to Know.
Now let's take a look at which classes unmasked the giraffe correctly. Next, let's take a look at which classes unmasked Homer Simpson.
Lastly, let's see who correctly guessed the falcon.
We will be unmasking the rest of the 4 dancers on Thursday's show, so stay tuned. And that wraps it up for today's discussion.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of
Things to Talk About. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.